Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Beyond the Resume. I'm Sarah, and today I'm with one of my senior property sales consultants.
Lagoons.
Hamdan.
Hamdan.
So, before we jump into the role,
Yeah.
how was it growing up in Dubai?
Absolutely amazing, very safe place. It was very nice to also look at how the country developed quite fast. Obviously, I studied my school here, my high school, my bachelor. So I was obviously raised in Dubai around a lot of different nationalities, a lot of different people from outside the country. So it's quite nice, and everyone just accepts everyone here. So you wouldn't feel that you're being differentiated in the environment and the culture. From the culture side, sorry. But yeah, it's definitely a very, very, it's home for me.
Yeah.
I've been here for 24 years, so.
So I'm quite jealous, but
Yeah.
So why real estate? Obviously, when you started, you was really young, but what made you start?
To be honest, I don't want to polish it too much. It was kind of a coincidence or a mistake, let's call it that way, because when I graduated from uni, I was in a complete different field, and then I joined my father's company as a marketing specialist, and we didn't really get along, which is when I decided to go into the sales industry. And the only thing I had in front of me was real estate. That time, everyone, obviously a year and a half ago, everyone was like real estate, real estate, real estate. Everyone was buying, selling, brokering. So I was like, yeah, there's no other place better than real estate when it comes to sales, which is when I applied to LPH and joined you guys. I reached out to you. Yeah.
So how did you find us?
On LinkedIn, actually.
Yeah.
So when I first opened LinkedIn, the first account that popped up was Sarah Clark.
Wow, the one and only.
Yeah, the one and only, exactly. Which is when I reached out to you. I never reached out to any other company that time, actually, because I was clueless. Like, shall I interview different companies? That was my first official job.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with you over the phone, and then we had the interview. It was pretty quick, actually. I think I reached out to you on a Friday, and then I started on the Monday,
yeah.
right? So it's pretty quick. As I said, coincidence, mistake, very fast. Joined the company, didn't really overthink it.
Yeah.
And and obviously it's going well so far.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Literally. So we won't go into it too much because, of course, you've got the full other video on your page.
Yeah.
So you can go and watch that on Hamdan's page. But so how was your first few months in real estate? Obviously, you're starting everything from scratch. How did you find it?
So my first few months in real estate were actually just like everyone else, extremely hard.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're signing up to something. You're speculating. You don't know if you're gonna make money this month or not, right?
Yeah.
You're just working, hoping to close a deal. And that was my first 6 months. No deals. In fact, I did one deal that was pure luck, but that was kind of I took that as a sign from God that okay, it's gonna work out. Just be patient. But the first 6 months was absolute nothing, right?
Yeah.
But I actually trusted the process. I was, following a specific strategy I had in mind, and then obviously I started seeing results. Obviously, I specialized in an area. I was too niched as well, which also worked out in my favor. But first few months were absolutely difficult and tough for me.
And I think this is where so many people underestimate it. They expect to walk in, have all this money flowing in, the clients flowing in, but it's not. And it's totally normal to take a long period of time to close a deal.
Well, yeah, I agree, because that's a problem with brokers in the market, the successful ones. They only show you the good side of the market, of the industry, right? They show you the wins, the congratulations, I just sold 20 million, 30 million.
Yeah.
But you don't see the actual hard work behind that. I've seen brokers join specific brokerage companies just because one guy closed 50 million, thinking that, if I join that brokerage, I'm going to do the same. But then when they join, they realize you need to actually do the work from your side to reach that stage, right? This guy has been working on that 50 million deal for 6-7 months, right? So that's why everyone thinks real estate is a quick money kind of, industry, while it's the complete opposite.
Exactly.
Honestly.
And I think as well, that's why maybe you have done so well in terms of your content, because it's raw, it's brutal, it's honest. Like you've said, the pros, the cons. You speak about things on a day-to-day basis. But do you think like your social media platforms had an impact on what you're building today?
Big time, big time. When I started real estate, I just did the basics. Literally what every other new broker would do. Cold calls, reaching out to sellers, putting your name out there, and just sharing as much value as possible. But then I realized that this wasn't the best strategy to scale my business, which is when I decided to start social media, to invest my money in social media after I've done a couple of deals. I've taken few small risks I don't want to mention, which actually helped me, go all over the place and be known as the guy in Lagoons.
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question in short, it really helped me out. And now I'm just doing automatic deals just because of social media and the brand I've built.
I think that's the thing. Like, I've noticed you're not on the phones a lot anymore, but a lot of it's more organic. You've got your name out there. People know who you are. They trust you.
Yeah, they want to do business with you, and they feel like even if I want to sell my house and I have an offer, I want to do it with Hamdan through Hamdan because he might know more, right?
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean if you're a new broker, you shouldn't start with cold calling, because you can't just go in and invest 20,000 dirhams with a marketing agency and start your brand right away. You have to do your cold calls. You have to do a couple of deals and then reinvest that money into your social media.
Exactly.
That's how I basically did it. Yeah.
Amazing. And then the question that everyone wants to know: why Lagoons? How did you end up in Lagoons?
Well, to be honest, every time someone asks me this, I say, well, it's a nice community. It's something new in Dubai. It's one of the only fully Lagoons operated communities that is coming to life now, because everything else is coming in 2029, 2030.
Yeah.
And the price per square foot is unmatchable in the market. The prices are extremely, extremely competitive and attractive, which is why I chose the community. I chose to specialize because I realized the opportunity, the business, and everyone just can make money, sellers and buyers. So why not just broker the deals there, right? But also, it was something that happened by coincidence when I joined LPH, because they gave me the community.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, it's all planned. It was God's plan. So
100%.
happy days.
Amazing.
It's working out.
This is the thing. I feel like it's always difficult when you come in like fresh to real estate, because some people don't know about areas, communities, and you have to be passionate about what you're selling.
Yeah.
So do you think you could sit there and tell me, like, from day one, you was passionate about what you were selling, or is it something that you learned to love, sort of thing?
Well, to be honest, I would say from day one I had the passion. The thing is, with me, everything I do, I put 300% into it. I know, I understand that for you to make money, whether it's in sales or marketing or this or that or engineering or doctor, you have to put the hard work to make money, not just motivation. You can't rely fully on motivation. So I knew that from day one. And I knew that is a very important thing in real estate, because you're not on a salary job, right? So if you don't have this kind of passion and hard work and discipline, you won't make money, unlike a normal job where you're going to get your salary anyways at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I had this from the beginning, and I think with me specializing in one area and being too niched, it worked out like magic.
Amazing, perfect. And then how do you feel like you balance your work life with your social media life and trying to find that medium and that middle ground?
There's nothing called balance. I have zero balance. I don't believe in balance. I think especially in my age, up until 30, 31 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 24, so in my age, there's nothing that I really believe in that is called balance or work-life balance. Pure work, 100%, 12, 14 hours a day. That's the only way to do it in the real estate, especially in such a competitive area and market.
Amazing, perfect. And then I would say for your age, you're very motivated, you're very hardworking. What do you think pushes you to be that person that you are?
I think it's just a trait that I've got from my father. He's been that way. He taught me to be that way on everything I do. Disciplined, motivated, consistent with anything you want to do. Because if you just keep jumping boats, changing industries, you're just going to again start from zero. And then I believe that hard work beats talent every single day. 100%. So when I realized that and I believed in that, I put that into work, it worked.
Yeah.
So this is how I remain always disciplined and, stick to something that I'm doing.
Amazing, perfect. And then a lot of new agents, I find they hesitate to start on social media. So what advice would you give them?
Social media is a scary place, right? Very scary place, and it can either make you or break you, right? And it's also scary to be in front of the camera, which is what I've experienced in the first few months. But then as you do more videos, as you put yourself out there, as you create more content, you have to understand, you're going to realize that it's more about progress, not perfection. Just put yourself out there, speak yourself, be your personality, but just in front of a camera. Just forget about the camera. You're talking with your friend, but there's an extra something pointing out at you, right? That's how I thought about it. And then 3-4 months into it, I was like, it's easy. I mean, if you do this podcast with me 9 months ago, I would never be in front of the camera. But now I'm just like normal with it. So if you master social media, which I really believe in, it's a good tool to leverage. You're definitely going to be successful in the real estate if you put out the right content out there, not just dance in front of the camera.
And then someone who's new to the market, what would you say the pros are and the cons are? Give me one pro, one con.
So one pro is that you could literally make life-changing money in Dubai real estate if you have the right mindset, you're in the right place around the right people with the right ethic, work ethic. And one con is that you're literally gonna, lose your work-life balance, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna lose your social life. You shouldn't really care about, your weekends or whatever. Every day is the same in real estate.
Yeah.
So that's one con. You might, feel the pressure and the workload, but eventually it will pay off. And eventually, if you're smart enough, you could start leveraging the right people, the right tools to kind of, free up some time for yourself also, eventually.
100%.
But in the first year or two, you'd need to put all in.
I don't know if you
Go on,
agree
sorry.
with this, but this is something that I normally say to like my candidates. I like to describe it as a snowball effect. So at the start, it's a lot of hard work, not a lot of money. It's draining, and then you'll close your deal, and it starts to snowball from there, where you're making more money, you have more freedom, you have. Would you agree?
I 100% agree. Not only in real estate, but everything.
Yeah.
Literally, like, name me one thing you've ever started in your life and you were pro at it from day one. Nothing. Literally, whether it's work or not
so
work.
True.
Nothing,
I've
right?
never thought of it like that.
Yeah, literally. Tell me one thing you've done in your life, whether it's something work-related or something in entertainment or anything, pleasure, whatever, right?
It's so true. Yeah.
Give me one thing you've started and you were like the top from day one. Nothing, right? But you always have to stay in it. Like, time in the game is also very important.
Yeah.
Stay in it. Have the work ethic, have the right mindset, do it for the longest time possible, as many times as possible, and you're going to become an absolute pro at it. And this is the thing with real estate. But the only hard part about real estate is you're going to do it without making money.
Yeah.
With another job, you're taking that 6,000 dirhams every end of the month.
Page or
Yeah, it's like a medicine for you at the end of the month. But with real estate, you have to have the mindset, I'm okay to go 6 months zero, but I know the 7th and the 8th month, I'm going to build 100K, 200K on the board, right?
Sure,
you have to have that right mindset, and then boom. Works.
Amazing, perfect. And you're touching about like the time. So why have you been with LPH for so long? It's probably coming up not far off 2 years now.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's the right place for me, the right people around me, the right support from everyone, brokers, owner of the company, yourself, anyone and everyone. I think jumping into different companies is not going to do you any good because they try to show you the beautiful picture on social media, but then little do they know when you go inside different brokerage, you're going to see the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So might as well just use that time and energy instead of just searching for different brokerage. Spend it on yourself. It's at the end of the day, it's a personal effort kind of role, job. And the more you spend on different stuff, energy and time on different stuff, the more you're going to lose focus. So that's the way I thought about it. I'm in the right place, around the right people. I'm billing already good amount of deals every month. Why do I need to change, right? So I'm happy here.
Amazing, perfect. But just to wrap up, first of all, say I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
You've come in with no experience, nothing, and you've completely just switched it around.
Yeah, thank you.
And to see what you've achieved in such a short space of time, it's rewarding.
Thank you
nice
very much.
To see.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to see where you go in the future.
Yeah.
And I hope you remember me when you're
when
really
I
rich and
when I
want
buy
a
my first Lamborghini, yeah. Or my first Ferrari.
I would like a matching one. But that's okay.
Definitely get one.
But yeah, just to wrap things up, what piece of advice would you give to someone who's new to the industry?
Right. So one piece of advice I'll tell anyone joining is when you join real estate, don't always have money and numbers in mind in the first few months.
Yeah.
Just focus on your work. Focus on the area you specialize in.
Yeah.
Try to provide as much value to your sellers and investors. Try to put yourself out there, your name out there, and then money will follow. Don't focus on money. Don't be a slave for money in the first few months because you're going to be desperate, and your desperation is going to reflect on the way you're going to sell, which is going to equal out to you not selling.
Amazing.
Right? Because people are going to realize you're desperate. So don't be that person, which is why, again, not everyone should join real estate unless you have that buffer of amount of money that could get me along the next 3-4 months without making any deals. Then yes, join real estate and have that mindset, and you're going to start making life-changing money eventually. It's a very active market and a growing market.
No, I couldn't say it better myself. And again, with that expectation in your head, like, I'll close in my first month. When it doesn't happen, you end up getting demotivated and you're like, is it me? Is it a job? But it's normal. So I couldn't stress it enough.
No, I totally understand. People come in, they have responsibilities.
Yeah.
Maybe I had a different situation. But again, if you know you have responsibilities and you know you don't have enough money to stay in the game for 6 months without making any deal, then maybe it's not the right industry for you. No offense. I'm not like saying don't join, but only join with the right mindset and the right situation, and you will eventually make money. 100%. Otherwise, you're just going to be a desperate agent trying to sell everything and anything, and that doesn't work in Dubai real estate at all.
Yeah, and then you end up in a worse position because then you spent your savings that you did have.
Yeah.
You then maybe have kind of taken a step back and struggling to get a new job. whatever it
Exactly.
is.
And obviously the company you're joining is also a very crucial part. You have to find the right company that could support you properly in your first few months so you could get to that deal, right? You can't just join someone who's going to leave you out in the blue and just do your deal yourself. It won't happen as well.
So to wrap up the podcast, would you like to tell us your handles, social medias, where can we find you?
So it's Hamdan Lagoons everywhere, literally everywhere. And my first ever YouTube video is coming out today.
Thank you for joining us in episode 3 of Beyond the Resume. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the new videos that we post.